So it was a very difficult day in many regards today. Obviously waking up to the news, the sad news of Jimmy Greaves passing, and it didn't really get much better from there, to be honest. Getting to the ground and then hearing the team news, there was a slight air of anticipation, almost surprised that the team, on paper anyway, was as strong as it was, and maybe, as somebody famously once said, or in actual fact he didn't say it, but it would have been a funny old game if we'd have managed to get a result. And in the first half there were signs of optimism. We didn't play too badly, but I think the change, bringing on Kante at half time, really changed the game. But we have to be honest, we were beaten by a better side, and a side that will probably go on to, if not win the league, they'll certainly challenge. They'll be up there. I think from what we've seen already at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this season, they're a better side than Manchester City, and it's really going to be between them and Liverpool, assuming that we don't mount a challenge ourselves. Obviously Jimmy Greaves, it's already been said about him today, his incredible stats of 266 goals in 379 appearances for us, 44 goals from only 57 appearances for England. It's somewhat poignant that we did play Chelsea today, a side that he graced so majestically before signing for us. Everything's been said already about him, so I won't focus on that anymore, but I will pick out a couple of negative stats. Just looking at the 3-0 scoreline, obviously we lost by the same number at Palace last week. It's the first time we've lost 3-0 in successive league games since losing 3-0 at Wimbledon and at home to Forest in October of 1987. That's 34 years. And we did, of course, lose 6-1 to Chelsea in Christian Gross's first game, and then followed that up with a 4-0 home defeat by Coventry. And also we had 3 successive 4-0 defeats in March of 2002. 2 of them were against Chelsea, one of course in a cup competition. And looking at previous games on this date, we've got the programme from the Aston Villa game, sorry, the Everton game I should say, sorry, Aston Villa on the front cover there, Ricky Villa, back from 19th of September 1981. Chris Hughton, Graham Roberts and a Glenn Hoddle penalty gave us all 3 points at White Hart Lane. Actually, it might have been 2 points back in 1981. I can't remember when the change was. It's probably after that, wasn't it? But yeah, obviously that was a game that I was at, and this is the programme. David Letts was the referee. Names on the Everton side: Kevin Ratcliffe, who of course captained them to the title. Steve McMahon, who went on to play for Liverpool. Asa Hartford, the player with a hole in the heart, of course, Scottish international. And then again, using the word poignant again, 19th of September 1964, at home to West Bromwich Albion, a lovely aerial shot of White Hart Lane on the front cover. We won 1-0 that day, and of course it had to be Jimmy Greaves that scored the only goal of the game that day. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so disappointment, but we'll be back. Tricky game, of course, next Sunday at Arsenal. One that will get our season back on track if we're to leave there with all 3 points. Midweek game at Molineux in the League Cup, or Carabao Cup to give it its full name. And then we've got 2 home games the week after, the Europa Conference League against Mora. That's the next home game on the Thursday, and then followed by Aston Villa at home at the weekend. So I'm off for a couple of days, or 10 days relaxation. I'm off to Spain tomorrow. So that's it from me. Look forward to the next update, the weekend of the Aston Villa game. All the best. Come on, you Spurs.